The hunt has intensified for a fugitive in the woods north of Cle Elum. The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office is trying to track down Jorge Alcantara-Gonzalez. They believe he may know what happened to Ian Eckles, a hunter from Kent reported missing more than a week ago. Sebastian Robertson has the latest.
Last night, there was a potential sighting of the suspect, and that caused the search to escalate dramatically. Today, more than a dozen agencies, including the FBI and Border Patrol, are looking for this fugitive that they consider to be armed and dangerous. Take a good look at this picture. That's 34-year-old Jorge Alcantara-Gonzalez. According to law enforcement, a volunteer searching for the missing hunter from Kent spotted a man that looked like him driving the missing hunter's truck. Detectives found that vehicle abandoned and have connected it to Alcantara-Gonzalez. They've also tied him to a break-in at a local store and stealing food. Just yesterday, they say he came face-to-face with law enforcement. Investigators believe he's still in the woods and believe they have the upper hand.
But what happens when the sun goes down? It gets cold. You're in the mountains. It gets cold really fast. And the individual may have some food with him. He did break into the place across the street and took some items, some food, some drink items, but how long is that going to last you if you're trying to escape and evade, so to speak?
This story goes back to May 18th. That's when the family of Ian Eckles reported him missing after he didn't return from a turkey hunting trip. His vehicle was found abandoned alongside another vehicle, and that's how investigators were able to tie Alcantara-Gonzalez to this missing persons search. He's also wanted for multiple burglaries and theft across the county. There are so many questions as to what happened to Ian Eckles, the missing hunter. That's what family wants to know. Law enforcement believes that catching this fugitive may just shed some light on where Ian Eckles went. In Cle Elum, Sebastian Robertson, King 5 News.